I'm Elise Whitley.
And I'm Grady.
And this is Trig and Funn.
Today we're going to be applying our newfound love of trigonometry skills to everyday life.
Let's take a look. Let's say that we know the distance from one cupcake to another cupcake. We also know all of the angles of the triangle that we just drew. It is 2 feet from a cupcake to the other cupcake, and the angles are respectively 50 degrees, 60 degrees, and 70 degrees. So, using the law of sines, we can figure out the distance from coal to each cupcake. Sine of 50 over x equals sine of 70 over 2. So, you do sine of 50 divided by sine of 70 times 2 to get your distance from the left cupcake to coal, which is about 1.63 feet. Using the same formula, you do the same thing to the other angle. So, sine of 60 over x equals sine of 70 over 2. So, sine of 60 divided by sine of 70 times 2, which is about 1.84 feet. This means that the left cupcake distance is shorter, so coal should go for the left cupcake.
Next, we will be talking about law of cosine. Let's say Elise is going to pass a soccer ball to me, and that's 25 feet away. Elise, the Frog King statue, is 22 feet away. Elise must turn her head 47 degrees to look from coal to the Frog King. How far would I, Cole, have to pass the ball to get it to the Frog King? Using the law of cosines, you simply do 25 squared plus 22 squared minus 2 times 25 times 22 times cosine of 47. Once you get this number, you take the square root of it. The distance ends up being 18.94 feet. Also, Elise likes soccer.
Here you can see Cole and his 2 dogs and cat, Dory, Bella, and Tom. We know the distances from each pet to the other. From Bella to Tom is 8 feet, from Tom to Dory is 6 feet, and Dory to Bella is 7 feet. Using the law of cosine 2, we can find the angle needed for Cole to see all 3 pets at one time. So, using a squared minus b squared minus c squared all over negative 2 times b times c equals cosine a, you can find this angle. So, 8 squared minus 6 squared minus 7 squared all over negative 2 times 6 times 7 equals cosine of a. So, you find what's on the left to be 0.25, so once you inverse cosine 0.25, the angle is actually 75.5 degrees. Cole loves his dogs.
Using SOHCAHTOA, we can find the height of this tree. The angle from where I am standing to the top of the tree is 35 degrees. I am 25 feet away from the base of that tree. So, using tangent and its opposite over adjacent proportion, then we can plug in the numbers. So that is tangent of 35 multiplied by 25, which is 17.51 as the height of the tree. To find the distance from my feet to the top of the tree, you can use cosine. Cosine of theta equals adjacent over hypotenuse. So the cosine of 35 equals 25 over x. Divide 25 by cosine of 35 and it will be 30.52 feet. So my feet to the top of the tree is 30.5 feet.
Now let's say that I somehow measured the height of the tree and it's actually 20 feet. Using this information, we can find the exact angle from my feet to the top of the tree, from Cole's feet to the top of the tree. We can use inverse tangent here because we know the opposite and adjacent lengths. So tan of theta equals opposite over adjacent, so tan of theta equals 20 over 25. Inverse tangent of 20 over 25 is 38.7 degrees, so the angle here is actually 38.7 degrees. Using this information, we can use sine to find the real distance from the top of the tree to Cole's feet. Sine of theta equals opposite over hypotenuse, so sine of 38.7 equals 20 over x. 20 divided by sine of 38.7 is 32, so the distance from the top of the tree to Cole's feet is 32 feet. Here, Cole is seen making a 90-degree angle. I am on one end, and a candle is on the other. The distance from me to the candle is 7 feet, and the distance from me to Cole is 5 feet. So, how far would Cole have to blow out the candle? Using the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, I can identify me to the candle as the hypotenuse, c, and me to Cole as another side length, about bar A. So A squared equals C squared minus B squared. So A squared equals 7 squared minus 5 squared, which is 4.9 feet. So Cole would have to blow over 4.9 feet to blow the candle out.
Finally, we are going to see how big my living room roughly is. Elise to the television is 9 feet, and Elise to the mini iPad is 4 feet. When Elise looks from the TV to the iPad, a 98-degree angle is formed. Using the formula for area, A equals 1/2 BC sine times sine of angle A. The two legs we know are B and C, and we know the angle as well. So the area equals 1/2 times 4 times 9 times sine of 98, which is 17.82 feet squared of the living room.